welcome back to Riding with Bcray. Today we're talking about Pop the Balloon on today's Riding with Bcray. But if you're new to my channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when I post a new video. Thanks for joining. But let's join and jump into Pop the Balloon. So I don't know, have a lot of y'all been up on this whole Pop the Balloon trend that's been going on for the past, I want to say a year or so. So the reason I started, the reason why I did this Riding with Bcray, Pop the Balloon, because Netflix did a Pop the Balloon live, but we're gonna get back to that in a few minutes. So if you haven't looked at if you never ever looked at a Pop the Balloon episode before, Pop the Balloon goes like this. It is anywhere from 6 to 7 of the opposite sex will come out. So we'll just say it's 5 men will come out. There's a host. And then the opposite sex will come out. If it's 5 to 8 men, then it's a woman will come out. And then all the men will have a balloon in their hand. And if the women say something they don't like, or they're dressed a certain way, or if it's not their type, they'll pop their balloon. Then the host will go over there and ask them, why did they pop their balloon? If one person left with their balloon after everything and it's a match, then it's a match. So it's really big on YouTube. It has been a lot of people have done Pop the Balloons for their particular cities and states and whatnot. So there is one that have made big news. Her name is Arlette. Her and her husband has a Pop the Balloon, and they've done really, really good. They've been on Good Morning America. They've been on a couple of talk shows. So Netflix reached out to them and asked them, would they like to be the executive producers on Pop the Balloon live Netflix edition. People, I looked at the Netflix Pop the Balloon live rendition. It is the worst I've ever seen in my life. It is the worst rendition of something, took it from off YouTube and put on that kind of platform. It was fake actors. It was just a bunch of jabber as they call it. It was just, I feel like the producers looked at all the little skips, the little reels that's out on Netflix, and then told these artists to match, and told these actors to match the reels. It was just hideous. I don't understand. I do not understand why Netflix would take something that big and just turn it into something that garbage. It seems like to me Netflix is trying to, a lot of people is using the word gentrify. Netflix have gentrified Pop the Balloon, because all the actors, or 90% of the actors, was from previous shows on Netflix, like, you know, what's the shows on Netflix, like The Mole and Blind, Fine Love Blind, whatever you want to call that mess, things like that. It is the worst. So it's just ridiculous. Like me, I think Arlette and them need to stay with their what they already said they're going to keep their own Pop the Balloon show. It's not going to change, and I think that's the way it should be. Netflix took something that was so great and just trashed it. It was the worst. The host, the worst. And it's just, the only thing I can take from Pop the Balloon live is that A, it's live. That's always a good thing too. You know, stuff that's live is pretty good. And then B, their set is nice. The set is nice. That is it. I can't say anything else about this whole Netflix Pop the Balloon live stuff. It is hideous. Like me, I watched maybe 3 Pop the Balloons that I really, really like. I watched the Arlette one, which is probably one of my top favorites. Then I watched Kickin' It with Tuco. His is good. And I think what makes his different from Arlette, because they're not the same. They're the same concept, but his is a little different. Why is that Tuco's a little different? I'm glad you asked. He has different things. Like, he has the Silver Fox edition, which is the old people. He had the LGBTQ community. He had the skaters edition, where it's all skaters. He had the polygamous one, where people were trying to find a third. he does different things, which makes his different from just any regular Pop the Balloon. Plus, he goes to different city. I think he was in Detroit Friday. He was in Chicago, but he's based out of Naptown, Indianapolis. He's based out of Naptown, and he's good, and I really like his. He's part of my top 3. And then there is a LGBT one that is centered around the DC area. I cannot think of the name of it. If I come up with it, I'll put the name across the bottom. But they're really good too. It is really good for the LGBTQ community. It's great. Things like that need to stay on YouTube, or if you're gonna take it off YouTube and make it something like a Netflix thing, or you're gonna make it like a big brand, you need to keep the template. You need to keep the foundation of it. Don't try to change it and try to make it something that is not. Like, it is so hideous. Like, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. Like, I got probably to the 3rd person, I just stopped. People, let me know down in the comments how you feel about this whole Netflix live, because it was hideous. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep in mind, I love and appreciate every single last one of y'all. I love everything y'all do for yourselves. I love everything you do for your families. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.